The Hauraki Big Show. Thanks to crave-worthy street food, freshly made with Reburger.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this windy Monday afternoon. It is the 19th of May, 2025, and you, my friends, as always, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Crave-worthy street food, freshly made with Reburger.
Reburger. Without fail, day after day after day. You never let me down, Mogie. You hot son of a bee. You Greek Adonis. You god of a man. How's life?
Going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Yeah, I'll be honest, I had a few drinks over the weekend.
Sure.
I'm not proud of myself. It's loser behaviour, Keyzie, and I won't stand for it. And I know you don't do this sort of thing, mate.
Oh.
And so I feel like I've let you down.
Oh, no, it's all G.
But, you know, you take it on board and you learn and you move on, don't you, Hoyte J?
You do, mate.
I had
you
a
do.
great time on Saturday night. I had a terrible time on Sunday.
That's sort of how it works, it seems, eh? You have a great old time at the time,
Yeah.
and then the next day she's not
all
good at
over.
all. Speaking of looking a bit green around the gills, and it may be because you're wearing your cool Bunnings sweatshirt, Keyzie.
I'm not wearing a Bunnings sweatshirt.
Oh, no, it's luxury sports. Sorry,
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is.
my bad. Bit of a weekend for you too, I understand.
Yeah, well, I had a very similar setup to Mike Minogue, actually. Sorry, man.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Wow, I mean, is it?
You've let me down there, man.
Big Saturday. Let a few people down on Saturday night. Came home early hours Sunday morning. Did nothing yesterday.
Yeah.
Today's still a bit of an idiot. You know what I mean? Just a wee bit slow.
Did you guys, were you tempted in your terrible states yesterday to
Yeah.
go a bit of Reburger?
Tell you what, I absolutely was, but I let my wife drive the ship when it came to what kind of a takeaway we were going to have yesterday.
Sure.
Let me tell you, there was carbs left, right and centre.
Good stuff,
Nice.
mate. Good stuff.
I would have been keen, but instead my wife suggested, because I literally was going to go and get it, my wife was like, we've got all the ingredients in the fridge for an omelette, though.
Oh,
Because I said earlier in the week that I wouldn't mind making an omelette, and so she got all the stuff
Right.
in our shop.
Then you had to make it.
And then I was like, oh, yeah, and I made a big omelette.
Oh,
instead.
did you?
Yeah.
I reckon yesterday, you know how they do your paces, you know, how 10,000 steps a day sort of thing?
Yes.
I reckon I did about 11 steps yesterday.
Wow. To the
Good
couch,
stuff, fellas.
to the toilet.
To the toilet, and that was it.
And I got to
bed.
say, Keyzie came in and was telling Pugs and I about his amazing omelette. Talk about tedious. But I had a very good weekend, very productive, lots going on. But we have a massive show coming up, New Zealand. Hey, if you were like these two reprobates, text us if you had a big weekend as well on 3483. In the meantime, let's kick off with a bit of Black Sabbath.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Weezer there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 4:12 and we have breaking news.
This is breaking news.
Guys are a bit slow on it today.
Well, actually, I was perfect. Thanks very much.
Now listen, we understand there's been some technical issues going on the radio broadcast, fellas. And I don't want to cast aspersions here or...
Well, then it's not.
You know, play the blame game. But we were discussing how our weekends were, and there might be just the faintest suggestion that some of us aren't at the top of our game and that we're not fully tickety-boo at the moment.
What?
And that maybe the, in inverted commas, technical difficulties we're experiencing are more in the nature of human error / hungoverness.
Yeah.
Right. Are you suggesting that
and I'm not looking at anyone.
you've been looking straight at me the whole time?
In particular, Keyzie. But mate, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
So there's been there was an issue with airs and all sorts of things playing at the same time, particularly in Wellington from the sounds
Sure.
of it. And I don't know if you buggered up the Wellington butter there, Keyzie?
The button?
The button for Wellington.
Oh, no, that's still good as gold.
Can
The
I just
Wellington button.
say, because the reason it's good that you bring that up, Mogi, because
Yeah, it's really good, Mogi.
you found out that it was happening in Wellington,
Yeah.
and Keyzie off air was saying, I couldn't give a if it happened in Wellington.
Did I say that?
Yeah, he totally did off air. So,
are you sure?
So I'm just asking the question, Keyzie. As I say, I'm not saying one way or the other. Just putting it out
I guess
there.
what's disappointing about it is we've got such a big show today.
Totally, man.
And it's not a great way to start off the show when, the whole network's gone down. It's costing us millions of dollars now.
The network didn't go down. I think for a brief moment there were some ads playing at the same time as us talking.
It's about 6 minutes.
For someone that had nothing to do with it, Keyzie, you're very defensive. Can I say that?
Well, of course I'm defensive because we're a team until something goes wrong, and then it's all turn on Keyzie and say, I'm not pointing
I'd love
fingers.
to be able to shoulder the blame over there, but you're the one that's hammering all the buttons. I can't get near them.
I'm hammering the buttons.
Totally you are, man.
Like I'm hogging them all.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd love to give you guys some
buttons. It was a big thing. Can I just say this to you, Mogi?
Thanks, mate.
It was a big thing for Hoyte J to hand over the buttons to Keyzie.
Yes.
And I'm feeling a bit stupid at the moment.
4 years down the track, it's blowing up in your face.
It's just boom for. And it's like... But as I say, I'm just putting it out there, Keyzie.
Well, look, 3483, how far and wide was it? Did you hear it? Because someone's text through here saying cocked it up in the Hawke's Bay as well.
God.
Oh, God.
3483, how far and wide spread was the cock-up? Was it that big of a cock-up? Is it all G now? Let us know. $50 Reburger voucher. You get yourself
don't try and bribe them with Reburger vouchers,
text through the region that you're in and cock up.
And then what?
That's it. You just text that through, and then we'll know, you see.
Oh, right. Okay,
yeah. And maybe hashtag Keyzie.
So, let's just say Auckland, cock up, hashtag Keyzie. Hashtags don't work on the text machine.
Well, we'll see them for sure.
Yeah, man. Oh, she's all good though, but a jet,
God.
why not?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Tune the dudes there. Be mine tonight on the Radio Hauraki Big Show. 26 minutes past 4 o'clock. Now, just a reminder of the Radio Hauraki swear jar. If you hear one of the fellas on the show just suddenly come out with one of the big 3 swear words on air, you give us a call immediately on 0800 Hauraki. And you and a mate could win tickets to go and see Oasis live in Sydney. Accommodation, flights, everything paid for.
That's right. It's not that you could win. It's you will win.
You will win.
You will win.
First in, first serve.
That's
too.
right. We just answer it. We give away the tickets. Boom. It's done. Also, Pugs has made this siren for if one of us does it. All right.
Oh, he's good at that sort of stuff, old Pug son.
Well,
he's on his game today. That's for sure.
I don't know. Just probably ripped it off YouTube or something. It's not that amazing. And also, Jase, obviously there's lots of text coming through on 3483. If you've just joined us, there was a technical glitch at the start of the show which played ads over the top of music and all sorts of stuff.
And our chat.
Which is the real
crime.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
And you guys have decided to get everyone to text through where they're listening with cock up hashtag Keyzie.
Yeah.
After it. So Wellington, cock up hashtag Keyzie.
And I wasn't saying it was you, Keyzie, just that you were massively hungover today, and I just wanted to put it out there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. You're the one who's all over the place, mate, accusing me of not wearing a Bunnings sweatshirt and doing all sorts of stuff. Like, I'm literally wearing one. Look.
No,
You're all over the shop, Jase. Honestly, I think you've imagined this whole thing.
Then I must be a part of your imagination as well, Jase, because I remember it too.
Right.
And everybody who's texts through on 3483, they must be imagining it as well, because according to this, it's been a COCKUPKEYZIE all over the country.
Now, can we rephrase that? Because that's not that. We need to put that. It's a Keyzie cock up. It's not. First of all, it's not a Keyzie cock up. I had nothing to do with it. But cock up Keyzie is not what we should.
We'll get to the text, please. I want to see what the people say.
Why don't you log in and do it?
Right, well, we're down in Kapiti.
Yeah.
Invercargill, Wellington, COCKUPKEYZIE, Christchurch, cock up at the start.
Napier,
Wanaka, Dunedin. I mean, it's all over the country. It says even here in the Wairarapa where they haven't even got a frequency, so that's bad. That's not good.
Massive cock up Keyzie there, apparently. Hutt Valley, California. Massive cock up Keyzie. Easter Island, cock up Keyzie. I feel like they're not actually on Easter Island.
No.
I feel like it's a bit of a
Feels
joke.
like they're texting anything they want there. But, hopefully it's all ironed out now, fellas.
Yeah. What about this one, Jase? Someone here. Cock up Uranus. They're obviously listening from...
Geez, that's really on the fringe there, Keyzie.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. Talking heads there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 4:38. Let's talk TV. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue? Now, I imagine with you both being hungover yesterday, it was all day on the couch. You must have watched something.
No, it was all day in bed.
Oh, in bed.
I watched, amongst other things, The Working Man.
Oh, the movie with Jason Statham.
Jason Statham, yeah. He is a working man, and it's on Prime Video. It's free for all customers.
Yes.
As part of their subscription that you pay for. And it's like every other Jason Statham film. I probably tuned out. It stayed on until the end, but I was not looking at it.
Yeah.
You know, it's same old. Yep. If you like that sort of thing, then 3 stars. And if you don't like me, because it's garbage, 0 stars.
Doesn't matter to him,
And to be fair, it was fine, and I probably could have watched it, but it was not grabbing my attention.
Maybe because of your frame of mind?
Yeah. You've just seen a million of those films. When you're as old as me, like this used to be every, when you're growing up, it was every Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren, Brandon Lee. There was a million of these sort of guys. And so when you're a kid, it was the best thing in the world. And all of those guys were better than Jason Statham. And now I watch it, it's like, I've seen this one 100 times.
Yeah, right, okay.
I watched...
I mean, he didn't even take his shirt off.
Oh, yeah, what's the point? Yeah, come on, man.
Get the patties
I
out,
watched
Jase.
a Complete Unknown
yeah.
with Timothy Chalamet.
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Is that the Bob Dylan?
Yes, the Bob Dylan one. There's been a few of those sort of things out of lately, the Elton John, the Queen, and all that sort of stuff.
Queen was 7 years ago.
And garbage.
Yeah, well, I didn't like the Queen one. I like the Elton John one. That was
very
great.
good. Rocket Man.
Timothy, God, he's gorgeous, isn't he?
He's not bad.
He's a good-looking fella.
He is.
And he's got that kind of geekiness. Like, he's really good looking, but he doesn't have an amazing body or anything like that. He's kind of geeky, which I think would just make him more attractive to people.
Sure,
particularly women.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? I found through my experience, like, I don't have a great body, but I'm kind of geeky, and they just love that.
Sure. Are we still talking about movies?
Oh, yeah, the movie. Well, let me first and foremost say I'm not a Bob Dylan fan.
No.
But I thought it was pretty well done. And he sings, he plays... and he's pretty bloody impressive, actually. And I thought a pretty good performance from him.
Very enjoyable film. I think Pugson and I went and saw that, and I thought he was great. I liked his singing missus that he had, his partner, whose name I can't recall. She was great. There's a bit of stuff there where I guess I was of the age where Bob Dylan has never been cool.
Yes.
He's always been Bob Dylan, which is not cool. But there was a time where he came out where he must have been cool. But that was quite interesting in the film where he'd be wearing his leather jacket and be on his motorbike. And there was about 8 scenes in a row where it cut to him. And it was just him being the coolest dude in the world. And it was, and my wife must have been with me. We cracked up laughing because it just doesn't.
It's not.
It's
not
the
right.
Image. Yeah,
but he must have been back in the day. Very, very cool.
The Fonz almost back in the day.
Yeah, it was a little bit over the top.
Yeah,
but it's I think it's a really good film.
Yeah, it's a good film. I think you and your wife would like it, Keyzie.
Yes.
Yeah, we do like stuff like that. Pugson actually watched it last weekend and said he didn't like it.
Oh, right.
So yeah, interesting.
Okay, interesting.
I was hungover on the couch
3
all day Sunday.
3/4 buzzies.
Yes.
Out of 5 is your rating of that film.
Yes.
Just for anyone who's just tuned in and has no idea. I was hungover on the couch. I watched a travel video about going to the Philippines. I got to the end of it. I was like, that was enjoyable. It was 3 hours long. I didn't realise.
Wow.
And I got to the end of it on Sunday yesterday.
Holy hecker.
That's how hungover I was.
What did you eat?
Omelette.
Omelette is not a great choice.
No, it's amazing. It's completely cured me. Omelette for breakfast.
And yet you were still on the couch for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I went for a walk at one stage.
To aid with your digestion.
Yeah, that's the one. Hey, up next, Charlie GUBB to chat the Waz.
Oh, the Gubbinator.
Good stuff. In the meantime, here's Alice in Chains.
The The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. Oasis there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. 10 minutes to 5 o'clock now. A bit of rugby league action over the weekend. With that in mind, we've got ex-Warrior legend, the one and only Charlie GUBB on the line. G'day, Charlie, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, life's good, man. Life's real good.
Good on you, man. Hey, Charlie, before we get into the chat, I've got a bone to pick.
Oh, you got a bone to pick?
I've got a bone to pick.
Oh, damn.
I got a bone to pick.
Not with you, Charlie.
Oh, what?
With the game of rugby league.
Okay.
Because I've heard rugby league people bang on about rugby and, you know, the third referee, the technical referee, always interfering in the game and it just ruins the spectacle and blah, blah, blah. I watched the Warriors over the weekend and that bunker, mate, the bloody bunker drove me batshit crazy, Charlie. I mean, if someone got a fingernail on the ball, go to the bunker, the bunker.
Hey, what'd you think of the game, Charlie?
The bunker is frustrating, but the game was good. It was, to me, we never looked like losing. It was just we dominated them on their home pitch. We didn't blow them off the park, but we were the better team.
Absolutely. And I think once again, it's another week of us proving that our defence is absolutely unbelievable. Defence wins games. It wins premierships as well. It's reminding me of the 02 season. I'm getting bloody excited about it, but we have got a real issue with our attack. We should have had a lot more points on them. But the great thing is we're winning and there's heaps of room for improvement. Yeah.
That's it, eh? Or rather... What do you always say, Muggy? You want to win ugly, then lose pretty.
Yeah, damn straight I do.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie, Keyzie here, man. Hope you're well. Are you well?
I'm so well, man.
Yeah.
Keyzie's a bit hungover, Charlie, by the way.
Did you have a good birthday over the weekend, man?
Yeah, it was so good. It was like I just had got heaps of fellas that I haven't seen for ages. We just had a lock-in at my house.
Yeah, that sounds great, man. How old are you, Charlie, just if you don't mind me asking?
35, but I'm one of the youngest 35-year-olds.
Yeah, that's true.
Still got it, brother.
You got a head like a 50-year-old, though.
Yeah, I was going to say that video you made looked like you'd aged a bit.
Yeah, the head's just, all right.
And that's coming from Hoyte J, who apparently is 43 years old. Charlie, I think the main thing to take away from what the Warriors have achieved is the last three games have been incredibly stressful. It's been us getting out to an early lead, holding on, and the important part is we have held on. We've got 3 wins. All three in Australia. We've been over in Aussie for 3 weeks straight and we've come away with 3 W's. I can't remember a recent Warriors team that could have achieved that.
No, not at all. You'd normally think that a little bit of complacency would creep in, and the Dolphins, with the hammer and Herbie Farnsworth and stuff like that, you'd think they'd score more than 16 points, but we just stuck to our guns, and obviously Webster's got a very strong defensive culture there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's buying into it. Everyone's doing their jobs, and all the average players are just playing absolutely outstanding.
They absolutely are, and what I love about it now is all these great players that are sort of sitting out, or they were considered starters at the beginning of the season. I don't know about it, man. I don't know how you get Pompey out of the team. I don't know how he was unbelievable over the weekend. He is playing the best he's ever played in his life, and what is happening with Webster is all of these players are now playing the best football they've ever played in their careers. I don't know how you get rid of Pompey. I don't know how you find a place for Berry. I think Capewell is just unbelievable. No matter where you put him, he's unreal at centre. He was up against Herbie, and Herbie got nothing.
No, I agree. Like I wasn't. I was a bit unsure with Capewell going to the centres, because he obviously doesn't have that skip that he used to have. But everyone's just doing their job from top to bottom. Even New South Wales Cup, they're almost undefeated. So it just shows that the whole club is playing well. But I think it's. I personally, I wouldn't rush those strong players back in now. I'd just wait for them to, get their opportunity or play their way in through the grades. Because,
totally.
You don't want to mess with something that's not broken.
One quick thing before we get to the Porter King Player of the Round, Charlie. This coming Sunday, we are taking on the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Who are, right up at the top of the table with us. They have been in phenomenal form. I think it's a sellout game as well, which is bloody exciting. Do you think we can carry the momentum from those teams into a top-performing team like the Raiders?
I do. the Raiders are strong all over the park, and they got a very tough, wiry, dirty forward pack. And we're going to be missing Mitch Barnett and Fisher Harris this weekend. So I think for us to win, Marata and Aaron need to have a massive game.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to make up for it. Thank you very much, Charlie Gubb. Before we let you go, of course, the Porter King Player of the Round. Who you got for us, Charlie?
Well, I was thinking Aaron Clark, but after Mogi was just got rock hard for Pompey, I'm giving it
Good on you, mate. Yeah, I'm so happy for Adam Pompey. He's always been sort of on the out a little bit, and man, he's just so bloody good at the moment. It's a joy to watch this team, even though it's a little bit stressful.
It is stressful, getting the dubs, though.
On that, just before we do go, have Canberra got any? They must have a bunch of players.
Hudson Young's not playing.
Right.
I can't remember.
Isn't he?
You don't know who that is. He's a really good player, though, but I can't remember any others. I don't think so.
Right.
So they're only missing him, but that's a huge...
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much, Charlie. We'll speak next week, mate.
Looking forward to it. Let's go.
Love
Good
you,
on
babe.
you, mate.
Thank you.
Good
Happy
on you,
birthday.
Babes. Happy birthday.
Backbone.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're surviving your Monday. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Handcrafted burgers, loaded fries and gourmet eats that'll change the game.
Reburger.
Keyzie.
It's funny, actually, fellas, just on Reburger. My mother-in-law came down for the weekend.
Oh, God.
And she's a big fan of the show. And she's been listening to the show.
That's your first lie.
And she said, oh, my God, you've been talking about Reburger so much, I had to try some. And she said, it is next level. And she's
So your mother-in-law says stuff like next level.
She does. She's pretty hip.
What was she saying about the chips?
She said they're the best
Tell
chips she's
Keyzie.
ever...
Yeah.
Keyzie.
No, I don't wanna hear
She
it.
said they were the best chips she's ever eaten.
And Jase,
Yeah.
Jase, tell Keyzie what she said about the sauce chickens.
She said the sauce chickens are so cute.
Right, which is a chicken that comes out and serves you sauce while you're eating.
It's got a little necklace with sauce pottles on it.
Yeah, which is a crazy idea. I haven't seen one yet. I've been in a few times.
Oh,
but I guess I've sort of gone at the
They're
wrong
very
time.
She enjoyed it so much, and what they're going to have now, because they have book club every week, they're going to order Reburger for their book club every week.
And actually, that's bloody good, man, because
Yeah.
you want to spread the word about Reburger.
Totally.
But you're right, Keyzie, sometimes you do go in there and they're not there. People have been messaging me on the Instagram, bloody disappointed about the sauce chickens not being there. But what happens is they'll often be outside on their breaks having a dart.
The chickens have a dart.
Well, you're not allowed to work. A chicken has got as many rights as a human being.
Right.
So you can't just have it working 24/7.
Right.
It's entitled to the same breaks
As a human.
and entitlements as a human being.
Do they
You've
get
got
paid?
You've got to they're on minimum wage. So, I mean, they earn their durry breaks.
No, and also the other thing, because I've worked in hospo, is, if you do have darts, you get to
No,
go
you
out
haven't,
on a
Keyzie.
smoker. Yes, I did.
You haven't worked in hospital.
Yes, I worked in hospo for 4 years. Thank you very much, Hoyte J. You haven't worked in hospo. But people take up smoking so that they get smoker breaks. Yeah,
because they're drug addicts.
Yeah, that's right.
Shocking.
So the chickens are doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I just thought
Chickens aren't idiots, mate.
No, that's for sure. Thought that was a really neat story. Fellas,
That's
man.
amazing. What's your mother-in-law's name?
I'm not going to tell you her name, Keyzie.
Do I just worry that you made her up?
privacy. No, she exists. Don't you worry about
know if
that,
she does,
babe.
man.
Hey, apparently we've got a message from breakfast coming up. But in
have
the
we?
meantime, let's listen to a bit of Franz Ferdinand.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Faith No More there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 5:28.
We have challenged Brecky to a 4x100 metre relay. Jerry can't do it because of arthritis. Now G-Lane's tagged in for him. We need to figure out when this is actually going to happen.
Yes,
fellas, but
yeah.
That'll happen in due course. But I believe they discussed the relay on this morning's Brecky show, so let's check in with them.
I think the first thing for us to organise is a little bit of a training run, perhaps tomorrow, weather permitting, because I actually don't know where this may shock you. I don't know where the nearest 100 metre sprint track is.
Okay.
So I think we're just going to have to go down the park. A little bit of baseline testing. Let's find out where we're starting from.
You know that Jason Hoyte is not doing any training at all, the human crayfish. I mean, I can't remember the last time I sprinted 100 metres. What about you, Ruda?
I got to say, I have actually had a little bit of a practice myself. I looked it up. The average time is 15 to 18 seconds. I was surprised to find that I was sitting in the 17s. I'm not going to go exactly.
Okay.
Was I early 17?
Good. Ruda, that's awesome. This is music to my ears in the
rapid.
17s.
I want to get to the 16s.
That's rapid, Ruda.
Well,
I think you can. I think you're right there.
Of course you can. I mean, there's no doubt Hoyt's in the 20s. He may even be in the 30s.
In the 1930s.
I don't know if he can do 100 metres.
If you're a physio in the Auckland region, get down for this.
Try hard.
Yeah.
Lose. Ooh, we got to go and practice. Ooh.
No, they've got a good point, though. We need to practice. When was the last time you ran 100 metres full tit?
Yeah, honestly, it's a good question. When is the last time, Jase, for you?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Because there's a
seriously, 10 years?
Yeah.
Maybe longer?
Well, in fact, yeah, because you did it for the telly, didn't you? So
Yeah,
that would
I
have
did it for the
been
telly.
the last
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And then before that would have been God knows how many
But
years.
fellas, listen, of more concern to me, and you'll know this because it was last Friday I hurt my back, genuinely, and it is completely stuffed. So I've got concerns about my back and whether or not I can even run at this point because I'm stretching and doing all that sort of stuff.
But you haven't seen a medical professional,
No,
have you?
I mean, I haven't seen it. I'm just putting it out there.
No, I know. But
Yeah.
the thing is, Jase, your back is sore because you didn't warm up before golf
That's
the other
right.
day.
Yeah, I mean, but
And
I
it's
played
just if
golf
you
before.
actually- No, I know.
And
but
I haven't had anything
That
like
doesn't
that.
make-
That's like saying, I've smoked cigarettes before and I've never got cancer. There is a as a result of all of your bad actions and poor preparation for these things, it compounds and eventually your body snaps.
Okay.
So
this is where we're at.
So what we need you to do, Jase, is because I worry you're not taking this
I
seriously,
am
right?
taking it
No, you're
seriously.
not.
I've been doing stretches every single
I
day
know.
for 20 to
Can
30
you-
minutes.
can
But
you
what
go
I guess what the problem here is that you, anytime there is some kind of a physical thing that comes along, all of a sudden, I've never heard of you having a bad back, and we've got a 4x100 metre, and now all of a sudden, old Hoodie J's got a sore back.
Yeah, but this happened a couple of days ago. I mean, I've had a sore back before, but at the moment it's completely.
but you just shut up and
No,
get
I
on
know,
with
but
it.
also go and get a physio to check it and actually, do the treatment.
But you do need to get it checked out because you
physio.
cannot self-diagnose it.
I do not need a
Jase,
physio
you
to
don't
tell
need
me.
to self-diagnose it. You need a professional to diagnose it because there is no point you
I'll
doing
book
it
it.
yourself.
I'll
because
book it.
Fellas,
What?
I don't need a physio to tell me my back's completely fucked, all right? So,
What?
That is a swear word. That is a swear word, Hoodie J. Woo! Somebody is going to Oasis.
Oh, God.
Someone is going to Oasis, but seriously, Jase, I'm going to book you a physio appointment.
Well, Jase can't afford a physio appointment. He's paying for someone to fly to Sydney and paying for their accommodation as well.
Okay, Pugs.
I want to check the tapes on that. I don't know that it
There is
was.
no checking the tapes.
What? So the lines
lines have lit up straight away, and we are going to have a winner. We're going to stay on the line. We're going to have to take some.
So if people don't know what's happening right now, we were challenged a couple of weeks ago to not swear on the drive show, because if we do, the person who swears will have to pay for someone to go see Oasis live in Sydney, flights and accommodation as well. Pug's is currently going through the logs to see who the very first caller was.
That lit up straight away. That was amazing.
Hey, but we're all paying for this, right?
No.
We're all
No,
paying
the one
for
thing we'll
this,
check
fellas.
the tapes on, and this was always going to be an issue if you ended up being the one swearing, was that you would try and palm it off so that you, once again you don't have to reach into your pocket. And here we are, straight away. You don't want to reach into your pocket. You want to spread the costs around between the three of us.
Okay, Pugs has looked into the time of the calls and has figured out who the very first person was. We're going to them right now.
Hello, caller. Who are we speaking to?
Oh, hey, it's Nathan.
G'day, Nathan. It's old Hoodie J, Mogi and Keyzie here. How you going, you mad bastard?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks, guys.
Well, you will be, Nathan, because you would have made her off to see Oasis in Sydney!
Oh, no way! Oh, wow, no way!
Holy cow.
How good.
Nathan, how did you get through so quickly?
Oh, I had you on speed dial, guys.
Oh, my goodness. So you're going to go to Sydney, Nathan. I mean, this has all just happened to you straight away, but who would you take with you, man?
Oh, It's going to be a toss-up between my wife or my brother.
Oh,
that's
hang
a
on a
tough
minute,
one.
mate. Where are you from?
The UK originally. But
Yeah.
Been out here for the past 18 months.
Mate, a word of advice, brother. You got to take your brother. You got to take your brother
To go see the Gallagher brothers.
to go and see Oasis.
Yeah. Oh, my God. How amazing.
That is unbelievable.
Hey, Nathan, you got a passport and all that sort of jazz, mate?
That's how you got here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, Nathan, whoever you take, it's on old Hoyte J. Accommodation, flights, the actual band itself, mate. You have a bloody great time.
Oh, thank you, guys. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm speechless.
Hey.
We'll hand you over to Pugs, mate. Enjoy your trip. That's bloody exciting. Of course, Hoyte J's paying for it.
Oh,
so-
well, hang on.
I got to find out how much that's worth.
I don't actually know that. I'm not convinced I said that.
Yeah, well, we've given it away. Hey, Jase, do you want us to replay it and then you can give it away twice?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Led Zeppelin there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Sorry, fellas, I'm a bit flustered,
Yeah.
to be honest. The time, 5:43.
Yeah, if you've just joined us, Hoyte J just dropped a massive F-bomb.
I'm still yet to hear the evidence of it, to be honest.
Pakistan's working on that.
Yeah, we'll get it for you,
He's
man.
been talking to a very excited Nathan who just won a trip for him and a mate to go to Oasis live in Sydney. Flights and accommodation paid for by Hoyte J. Jase.
Well, can I just start by saying I was pretty certain that it was the team that was going to take on
it
the
wasn't.
cost.
That's right. We can revisit that down the track, but you're 100% wrong.
Okay.
I'm not paying for
But
anything.
your attempts to avoid and evade payment, because if you remember, you thought it would be Keyzie, which is why you were happy for it to go to an individual, because Keyzie's dropped 18 F-bombs in the last 2 weeks.
Okay, that number's really quickly ballooning. That's right. So I was perfectly happy for us to split it 4 ways with Pakistan as well. But that isn't the case. And what I've done, Jase, just to ease your mind, is I've looked up flights and accommodation.
Because, you are paying for
paying for
flights and accommodation, Jase. Very generous of you. You
thought
don't have
it
to pay
was-
for the tickets, which is nice.
I thought it was just for the tickets.
No.
Okay, so
No.
well, Pugs has actually given me the thumbs up. We've got the
So you don't
F-bomb.
know any of the details of this competition we've been running.
Not really.
We've got the F-bomb here, Jace. So here, obviously, we'll beep it. Otherwise, we'll have to give away another trip, and Jace will be paying twice. But here it is.
All of a sudden, old Hoodie J's got a sore back.
Yeah, but this happened a couple of days ago. I mean, I've had
No,
a sore back before, but at the moment it's
Oh, but
completely.
you just shut up and
No,
get on
no,
with
but
it.
also go and get a physio to check it and actually,
I don't
do
need,
the treatment.
I don't
But
need,
you do need
I
to get
don't
it checked
need
out
a
because
physio.
you cannot self-diagnose it.
I do not need a
Jase,
physio
you
to
don't
tell
need
me.
to self-diagnose it. You need a professional to
Please.
diagnose it because
Oh,
there is
fellas,
no point you
I'll
doing
book
it
it.
yourself.
I'll
because
book it.
Fellas,
What?
I don't need a physio to tell me my back's completely all right? So, no,
What?
that is a swear word.
There you go. You definitely said it, man.
well, I couldn't hear anything. It was beeped.
Okay,
Well, we can't play
I
that
mean,
again. We'll
I
play
mean,
it for
come
you in
on,
the break.
fellas.
Don't do that. Okay, so Jace, I'm helping you out here. I've looked up flights and accommodation, right? So you've got an idea of how expensive it's going to be. Now, obviously, you get the final say here. The cheapest flight is
Bloody oats, I do.
$700
Each way.
So $1,400. However, I wouldn't recommend that one because it leaves at 6 a.m. the next day. It
Is that for
includes,
one person?
No, for both and
Oh,
return.
right.
But I wouldn't go for that one because it leaves at 6 a.m. the next day and is a 7-hour flight.
Well, I'm
'cause
sure Nathan's an early riser, fellas.
That's the day after Oasis. We've got to let them stay a bit longer.
Yeah. You got to get them a couple of nights. What you want is a couple of nights accommodation just to sort of get used to the city, Jace, and then
Well, I mean,
a
it's
couple of
just
nights
across the bloody
afterwards to
Tasman,
recover as well. So I
That's
reckon
a
you
good
probably
point.
owe them 4 or 5 nights
So
accommodation.
what I think we do is because the gig's on the Friday, I think
Yeah.
we fly them there Friday morning, fly them home Monday morning. So with those punched in, you're looking at $725 per person.
Yeah.
That gets them to Sydney at 8 a.m. in the morning, all day to prepare for the big gig, and then that flies them home Monday evening, actually. So
But
a bit
then
later.
again, it feels to me like there needs an extra night of accommodation the night before because like if you're going to arrive in Sydney at 8 a.m, it means you've 6 o'clock in the morning, you're on
Okay.
the plane, you've got to be at the airport at 4 o'clock in the morning, you've got to be up at 3 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning,
you're
you've got to
right.
go to a
Tough
gig
titties,
that
mate.
night.
You're right.
I don't
we
care
need
about that.
I think we've got to chuck chuck another night's accommodation on
Well,
there.
what we can do is we can fly them out a little earlier, $735 each way, so that is $1,470 to get them there on time.
Yeah.
Now looking at accommodation for it, and this is now I've
Well,
changed
that's okay
it.
at the moment. That's like 10 minutes on Dog Squad.
Well, exactly. Dog Squad money's fine. I've done what you said, Mogi. I've stretched it out. It's now Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah.
The cheapest option, Hoyte J, is the Ibis Budget Sydney Olympic Park, which is right near the venue. It's $1,300, but it has a review score of 6.1. I don't think we go for that.
You can't go that low.
Because I know that it's the cheapest option, but I don't think we should
can't
go
go to
to
cheapest.
Is there a bed in there? Do they have pillows? Is there a roof over top?
There's a certain
they're going to be on it. They don't care.
But the thing about it is, when you do these things with Hauraki, there's a certain standard
That's
that
right.
a competition winner would always get. So
Whatever.
it's not what are you willing to pay, it's what would Hauraki get, and then you have to pay for it.
That's right. So I think, honestly, in my experience of working here, I think the one that Hauraki would consider a bog standard, like entry level, is spacious, one bedroom, waterfront at Olympic Stadium with a free car park, $1,789.
Well, what do they need a car park for?
How
They're not going to
much?
have a car.
$1,789.
And can I stop you there? The one bedroom, they're brothers. They're not going to sleep
Oh, yeah,
together,
true.
and they probably snore, so they're going to need their own. So it needs to be at least a two-bedroom, or you're going to need two separate apartments.
The Quest at Sydney Olympic Park, an entire apartment, 2 beds and a kitchen, 50 square metres. That's $1,879.
Now we're talking.
And that's rated 8.2 out of 10, which is very good.
So around about $3,500 once you got your taxis in there. That's good, Jase. You've done well there, brother.
Plus, also, we give them spending money.
There was no mention of spending money.
There
Keyzie.
was. You weren't listening in the meeting. I think we agreed on like
$3,500, bro.
Piece of piss, fellas. Piece of piss.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Queens of the Stone Age here on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Now, there was a bit of rugby action, as always, over the weekend. With that in mind, we've got ACC head G. Lane in with us. G'day, Lane. How's life?
Yeah, good. Very good. I'm very chipper today because I'm pretty confident.
Are you cock-a-hoop?
I'm cock-a-hoop because I bent that coin you've got there. That coin you got in front of you, I bent it over.
Yeah.
on the
Right,
weekend.
okay.
Absolutely.
I think, Lane, look, well, why don't we play the sting?
Yeah, let's get into it.
It's important.
ACC head G Lane versus a coin.
So this is a competition where we take G Lane, the greatest tipster in the history of the world.
Yep.
We put him up against the coin. The coin's obviously only got a 50-50 chance of getting something right, doesn't have any opinions based on form or who the players are or anything like that. And we thought we'd see how we
Don't
went.
start trying to defend the coin
And,
now.
not at all. And then at the end of the year, whoever wins, whoever gets the most selections right, will be the head of the ACC for the following 12 months, the following calendar year.
I'm quite keen to tank my results
and
now.
just-
Yeah, fair enough.
And just out the back of that, my concern, Lane, is that you're taking this too personally, man. Is that you got a real problem with the coin?
Yeah, well, look, I think I'm channeling through the coin into you. That's really what it is.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
It's an innocent bystander.
All right, what
Do you
was the
reckon-
first game?
If the coin gets in charge of the ACC, do you reckon the WAS commentary will come back?
Yeah, potentially, and it might
It was a 50-50 chance.
It might actually start doing all right.
Hell yeah. Okay, so the first game of the round Friday night was the Hurricanes hosting the Highlanders.
Oh, look, the coin was robbed.
The
coin
Hurricanes
was
won.
robbed. Now I was listening to your commentary, and just going into half time, you were doing it with Tony Lyle, obviously a massive Otago fan or Highlanders fan. 14-0 up. He was over the moon, thrilled to be on top at half time. And then I had to go to a comedy gig, and from what I understand, the final play of the game, the coin was robbed.
82nd minute, Cam Roygard dotted down and they won it out of nowhere. They played terribly, the Hurricanes. If they carry that form into the top six, then good luck to them.
I tell you what, Cam Roygard,
he's good.
He is the bee's knees, man. He's going to be the next superstar of world rugby, I reckon. He's the ticket, Keyzie.
Jason's got his poster on his toilet wall.
I do, I do, man, I do.
He's a good-looking rooster.
Yeah,
also, that was my take on him, and you stole it off me. I said it before the show.
Whatever, Keyzie.
The Hurricanes won. They won 24-20. Second game of the round, the Waratahs hosted the Crusaders and got pumped 48-33.
Yeah, predictable, but the coin took the Tars.
Yeah.
They took the retards.
Honestly, the coin is an idiot.
So we're down.
Shocking.
Sorry, the coin is down, not us.
Not us.
Yeah, the coin.
There's the Freudian slip. There There it is.
I'm not ready
That's
for
what
the
I've
coin.
been waiting for. That's
Two
what
down.
I've been waiting
So
for.
the coin, I'm obviously in G Lane's team, but the coin is down 2-0. Next game, Fiji and Drua hosted the Force. Drua wasted them 38-7.
Yeah, the Western weakness just got melted over there in Fiji. They well and truly dealt to them.
So did you choose the Drua?
I did.
And the coin took the Force.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's bad for the coin. This was good. Game number 4, Moana Pacifica hosting the Blues, an absolute cliffhanger game, 27-21. Moana getting up.
Magnificent.
One of the games of the round, I think.
Yes.
This one, a full Albany stadium. Artie Savia, what a machine he is.
Unbelievable.
And went right down to the wire because they needed a converted try, the Blues, just to sneak home. And unfortunately, a turnover penalty to Moana Pacifica right on their own try line. Artie Savia.
They were hammering away there, but Artie Savia was next level. He was ridiculous.
Of course, Lane, you took the Blues. I was talking to the coin, and the coin really wanted Moana, but just couldn't make it happen. So both selected the Blues, both couldn't pick up a win.
Yeah,
Damn
fair
it.
enough.
So still G-Lane up 3-0.
Yes.
Last game of the round, Brumbies hosted the Reds. Brumbies getting the win 24-14.
Yeah, again, I took the Brumbies on that one, and the coin took the Reds.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's been a bad round.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
4-0.
Keyzie. Lane's still in it, who I know you're on his side. So overall, 36 Lane to 25 to the coin.
It's
Pulling
not
away
looking good.
now.
It's not
Pulling
looking
away
good.
now.
All right, fair enough. We'll speak on Friday, Lane.
Can't wait.
Get out.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Easy.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Serving good times and good food, dine in or take away at Reburger today. Good stuff, fellas. I
That's
reckon
good stuff,
Reburger
fellas.
will be pleased.
I think they will be.
You know what I mean?
Have you ever had one of their chicken burgers down there, Keyzie?
Well, I went there to have a chicken burger.
Yeah.
Right. Because I know they have really good spicy chicken burgers, especially. My brother loves
they do. They're really good.
Okay, Jace. But I can't order a chicken burger when there's a sauce chicken there looking me in
really?
the eye.
No, they love it.
They want you to
They
eat.
want you to. They actually get mad at you if you order the beef. They're like, what's up with that? And something wrong with chicken. I reckon you'd love a smash queen.
Okay, I feel like that's a joke for some
No,
reason,
no.
but I also know that that's an actual burger
It
as
is.
well.
It is. It's got the chicken, cheese, pickles, lettuce, onion. And it's just, it's a simple burger, Keyzie.
I feel like that's another joke as well. But there's one that's got heaps of hot sauce on it. I can't remember which one it is.
Might be the Regent Red. That's a hot bastard.
That's
that
a
one
hot
right
bastard.
there.
It is, yeah. I had one of those the other day. It was spicy as, actually.
What's in that again, Jace?
Chicken.
And what else?
I don't know, Keyzie. I didn't pull it apart and dissect it.
Well, what about a bun? Does it have a bun?
Well, obviously.
But anyway, yeah, check out Reburger. It's delicious.
Just on the chicken and the sauce chickens. That's why they work so hard.
Why?
Because they know that if they don't...
Well, hang on, no.
You don't toe the line.
No, but I don't think Reburger
you're
would...
part of the... You're in a burger, pal.
So what? It's like a chicken run situation.
Yeah.
Where if you don't work hard enough, you get made into a chicken pie.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not good.
Wow.
Chicken pie? A chicken burger. Kid.
Yeah, I know.
They don't sell pies,
That's
man.
the plot of chicken. Oh my god! Don't even worry about it.
Hey, do we do a podcast?
Oh my god! I forgot about that. We do a podcast. It comes out at 7:30. Here's a clip of today's one.
Watched a mate of mine, hadn't seen for a year, came over. I'll be honest with you here. I got pissed on Saturday night.
I knew.
I can tell by the way he came in today. Hard out.
I could.
Bit sloth-like.
It was the real low-key entry in the hoodie and the hey guys, how are you?
Hey,
Usually,
There's a guy that walks in with a massive hoodie and hat on.
yeah, because I was also hungover yesterday. That potty comes out at 7:30. Search Hauraki Big Show. Wherever you get your potties from, man.
I definitely will, Keyzie.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Foo Fighters there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday evening.
Yeah, fellas. Hey, yesterday we've sort of discussed it a little bit, but I was a bit on the hungover side. And at one point there, it was quite, I feel like I was up pretty early in the morning. And I may or may not, my memory's a bit hazy, but I may or may not have been taking a steamer, but certainly it was early in the morning. I could hear a dog absolutely losing its mind. And you could tell by the type of bark that it was sort of one of those types of dogs, those little yappy little bastards there. And it was going on for quite a long time. It wasn't a familiar bark to me, so it suggested to me that it was a dog that was on a walk. And then I heard the owner of the dog say something to the dog, and I just want to get you guys' feelings on this broadly, and then we can dissect it a little more. If a dog is barking at something, what are the sorts of things that you would say to the dog?
Shut it up!
Yeah, that's acceptable, yes.
I would say,
What's your dog?
What's the matter, boy? Or girl?
Sure.
What is it? What's going
like
on?
A Lassie situation,
Yeah.
Timmy's stuck in the well, etc., etc.
Trouble at the old well?
Yeah, thank you. What this woman said to her dog was, let the cat coexist.
You live in Grey Lynn, though, right? That's so classic.
let the cat coexist. Now, I don't know what part of that the dog understood.
Yes.
But from the sound of it, none of it. Because it just kept on going.
I love it too because it's a cat, and a dog's natural instinct is to bark at a cat. It's not about coexisting.
So what? I mean, what are we doing there?
That is so funny.
Doesn't it? It's quite shocking, isn't it? How out of the loop people are on the things that are going on in the world when 100%. You're telling a dog to coexist with a cat. And not only that the dog should think to itself, I should let the cat coexist.
Yes.
Has this occurred to you? This thought, dog, you should let that cat coexist.
Jase.
Yes.
We both live in West Auckland. If you overheard your neighbour's dog barking and then them talking to their dog, what would they say?
I can't say it on an air. I've already given a trip to, Sydney
Oasis.
away.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? So, guys, I've got to tell you, because you've just reminded me, Mogi, we were woken up at 6 o'clock in the morning with a dog barking, distressed barking.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the neighbours. And there was a dog that had been put out on the balcony of this townhouse.
Yeah.
All day long.
Right.
All day long. It kept barking. We rang the SPCA. They said, well, we can't get anyone out there. We rang noise control and they said, no, ring the council. We rang the council. They said, no, ring the police. We rang the police. The police said, no, ring the council. And no one was prepared to do anything about it. And it was there all day, right through until 11 o'clock that night, from 6 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night.
Can't believe you shot it.
Well, it was so bloody noisy, man.
Just learn to coexist with it, Jase.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Soundgarden there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday evening. Fellas, do you feel like giving out some advice?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it then.
Patty Nip 69.com.
Get in touch with the fellas.
That's me, Patty Nips, 69@gmail.com. If you ever need advice, reach out, 100% anonymous.
Reach out and touch faith.
And this one here is actually from Anonymous as well.
Wow.
G'day, fellas. Anonymous here. I just got in bed after smoking some pot and found myself muttering old Mogi while firing up my computer. And then I remembered that this segment exists. Anywho... For the advice, me and my girlfriend broke up a few months ago and I find myself trying to be a better person to show her what she's missing.
Oh, yeah.
Etc. Working harder, going to the gym, studying, setting goals. My question is, how do I make this more about doing it for myself?
Well, you can start by not smoking a massive bong just as you're getting into bed.
Oh, let me say, Kirk, and there's something about saying old Mogi to yourself.
You know...
There is. It's and nothing to do with me. It's just a catchy couple of words.
Yes.
As is old Keyzie and Hoyte Janus.
Without a word of a lie. You know what I was doing when I got up this morning, fellas? And this is totally true. I was walking around my house going, Indy, just totally out loud and randomly. And my daughter came out to feed a cat and said, what are you doing, Dad? And I was like, oh, no, it's just a show thing.
Yeah, that is catchy. It's I think spite is the greatest motivator. I don't think you have to do anything for yourself.
Well, that's the thing,
I think trying to prove to other people that they've got you completely wrong, even and perhaps especially when they've got you completely right, and they know exactly the person you are, whatever it takes to motivate you to not be that person and be a better person, that's great. You don't have to be motivated by yourself because you are the problem. If you're trying to be motivated to impress yourself, you'll always fail because you're lazy. You suck. Everybody knows you suck. You're the worst. That's why you got to impress your ex.
You're a dope-smoking loser.
Yeah, you're sitting in your bedroom, you're smoking dope, and you're muttering to yourself, "Oh, Moogie." I mean, you are at the bottom of the pole, brother.
I would leave you. I would leave you in that situation.
But because you've got this ex-girlfriend, and what you really need in your life, and I've been lucky enough to have this, is just a series of people that will come along that underestimate you, and you just, at different times in your life, and you just use that person as fuel to prove them wrong, even though really they're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're a loser, man. Look, you just do whatever you need to do to...
Yeah, but why don't you break up with him?
Yeah, you've got a very low bar, Keyzie, to be fair.
What do you mean?
You've just got a very low bar in terms of what's a winner and a loser.
And yet you're still underneath it. Boom. Boom. Yeah. So good
stuff, Keyzie.
But good on you, man. It sounds great. You're going to the gym. You're working hard. What else is he doing there, Keyzie?
Yeah, working harder, studying, going to the gym. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The reason you're doing it, as long as the result's still the same.
Yes.
And then once you're better, use that to move on and find someone different.
And it's critical to act like you don't care about their opinion. You can't be trying to rub it in anybody's face. They just have to either see it or not.
Yeah.
Totally.
Unless they like having it rubbed in their face. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Okay.
No, don't.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
The cold there on the radio. Hauraki.
No, it's the Clash, Jay. It's not the cold.
Oh.
It gets confusing, though,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it's okay. I mean, you've probably heard that song like a million times.
Yeah, I have, but I wasn't paying attention.
They're both a couple of rocking British rock bands here.
But there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, now listen, we've been running some great competitions on Radio Hauraki. Here's another one for you. Smells like Team Spirit. And basically, we've had two winners each for the last 2 Fridays, winning $1,000 for their team, thanks to our mates at Super Liquor.
That's absolutely right, Hoyte J. You can enter this competition on the Friday. We draw it out. You get $1,000. The first week was a bloke that was going to contribute that $1,000 towards getting on having a few responsible ones before his hockey team took the field because they couldn't score any goals while being very good in defence. And then last week we had a winner. They were playing dodgeball. It was a dodgeball team. One of the best adult dodgeball teams in the country. How many adult dodgeball teams are there in the country? I don't know. Probably not many. But it sounded like it was an excuse to get responsibly hammered.
That's great. And the good thing with this competition as well, it is still running, thanks to our mates at Super Liquor, is it doesn't matter what kind of club you're running.
No.
For example, the Bethel's Board Riders has come through. More of a club than a team, could really use some gear.
Has there been any swingers that have come through? Because swingers clubs, I know at the moment, the membership is through the roof.
Absolutely.
And I know that they really need a bit of lubrication.
Oh, the Cutty Woman. Oh, no, it's a hockey team. The Black Cats. Who we got here? We've got the Takaro Rebels football team. Bunch of typical Kiwi battlers getting a bit long in the tooth.
What about swingers? Have we had any swingers get in touch?
I don't. Rakaya Rugby Club senior squad. A small club in the mid-Canterbury region.
Oh, a small club, yeah.
They swing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so those fellas...
Makes sense.
They tell their partners that they're going to play footy and they put their boots on and the headgear and the mouth guard and they get to the club and just go hammer and tongs.
Hammer and tongs,
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and where's that?
That's Rakaya.
Rakaya, righto.
So the people listening that play for the Rakaya Rugby Club, they'll be stoked.
Yeah, what have you said about them there, Keyzie?
Oh, they just sort of... go hammer and tongs on one another at the club room. They don't actually play rugby.
Oh, with one another.
And then when they get out on the way home, they'll get dirt and like rub it on their knees and stuff.
Oh, yeah, right.
Probably not on their knees, probably the rest of their body. But if you would like to win $1,000 for your team, hauraki.co.nz, chuck your details in there, tell us about your team, and you can win $1,000. Cheers to Super Liquor.
I love it.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's a Monday show. Tickety-boo. Mogi, what did you learn today?
I learned that Hoyte J is going to be splashing out $3.5K to fly a lucky winner over to see Oasis in Sydney in November because you're paying for the accommodation and the flights. What did you learn, Keyzie?
Yeah, I learned that too. I learned that that'll probably go up by the time they get around to actually booking it and locking stuff in.
Oh,
Those
God.
prices will go up.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you book it right now, Jase. I'd recommend that.
Actually, what I was thinking, Keyzie, because you're good with that sort of stuff, if you could go, because what's that thing you go on to find all the best deals for flights and stuff?
Google.com.
Google.com.
Google.com, yeah, cool.
Make sure you put .com there as well.
www.google.com.
Yeah.
Hey, what did I learn?
I haven't said what I learned.
Oh, okay, good.
What I actually learned was you can make like half an hour of radio out of a technical mistake that happens at the beginning of your radio show.
Yeah, it was good.
Half an hour of us just, well, you guys just saying it was my fault, really.
Yeah.
Which it was. What did I learn? I learned
Jase, what did you learn?
If you're not paying attention, it can be very costly.
Oh, yes. Yeah, true.
You know what
Look
I mean?
both ways before you cross the road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy swearing on the radio?
I'm still convinced that I didn't.
Well, it's not worth $3,500.
We've played you the audio, man.
Yeah, well, as I say, it was beeped. I didn't know that I said anything. It could have been any word underneath the beep.
What if I play it again without the beep, but if there is a swear word and then you have to pay for a second trip? Deal?
No. Hey, now listen, make sure you check out the podcast. Make sure you check out our Instagram account. You take care out there. We'll be back same time tomorrow. See you later.